Hi everyone, today we will look at one of the practical exam papers for Cambridge IGCSE ICT, and the paper is the May-June 2019 paper, and we will start with task 1 where we need to set up our evidence document. Okay, so the first thing it's asking us is to open the file j219evidence.rtf. So this file is located in our work folder. So I'm just gonna double click, and then we will make sure that your name, center number and candidate number will appear on every page of this document. So obviously it's not asking us to put it on a specific place. So we're gonna insert a header. Okay, there are obviously different ways to put the header in your document, but I want you to kind of get in the habit of using this 3-column template. Okay, this makes things a lot more easier, like where to place your where to place the details, especially when it comes to inserting automated page numbers. This makes it a lot easier. Okay, so I'm gonna put my name, my details, and then my center number and candidate number. Okay, and then after that you got to make sure you get rid of these placeholders. Okay, so that's entered. So this will appear in every document. So as we enter our screenshots to this file obviously there are going to be a few pages, so our details will be in every single page. Okay, so let's see what else it's asking us to do with this. Okay, so we created that one. Okay, save this document in your work area, J219 evidence, followed by your candidate number. For example, J219 evidence 999. So whatever your candidate number is, okay, you're gonna, here we put candidate number 234. So we're gonna save it as okay, so we're going to save it as that, and we're going to make sure, okay, again, it doesn't tell you to save it as a Word format, but I prefer to save it as a Word format or whatever software you're using to create your document. Okay, so save that. Okay, sorry, just taking longer than it should. So yeah, our evidence file is ready, and we can now jump into task 2. Just let's double check we done that. We done the second step. Okay, so we're done with task 1, and we're going to move on to task 2 where we're going to start creating our document. Okay, let's start with task 2. In this part of the exam, you are going to edit a report for Tawara Books. The company uses corporate art style for all their documents. Paragraph styles must be created and applied to the report as instructed. Okay, one of the things that you got to be careful with these document production tasks, okay, just make sure to read the instructions carefully. Okay, they are very straightforward, but obviously if you get the instructions wrong, you will produce a wrong format, and that will deduct marks in your exam. So let's start with question 1 in task 2. You're going to open the file j219literacy.rtf. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. So j219 19 literacy, okay, which is this one here. Just open that. So this is how it looks like before any sort of editing. Okay, and let's have a look what else we need to do. Okay, the page setup is set to A4, landscape orientation with 2 cm margins. Do not make any changes to these settings. Okay, so it's not asking, it's asking us not to do any changes. Well, we've got to make sure, okay, all these are correct. So the page setup is set to A4. Let's see if that's correct. Okay, let's go to layout, size. Okay, is A4, and orientation. What does it say about orientation? Landscape. Okay, just have a look. Okay, it is landscape. Just double check. Okay, and with 2 cm margins. Okay, let's have a look at that one. Margins. Okay, as you can see here, it's 2 cm top, left, bottom, and right. Okay, so we just double check that one, and that's fine. Okay, now save the document in your work area in the format of the software you're using with the file name fact sheet. Okay, so gotta make sure we name the files as they're instructed in the exam. Obviously here I got the soft copy of the file where I can copy and paste in my Word, but obviously you will have the hard copy in the exam, but you got to make sure it's been typed, you type it correctly, and we don't want to misspell anything. Okay, so you just need to make sure that everything is spelled correctly. Okay, so I'm going to go there, and I'm going to go save as, browse. Okay, and it will need to be saved as Word document. Okay, and save it. Click OK, and save the document in your work area in the format of the software you're using. You're using the Word, Microsoft Word, so that's what we did. And we use the file name fact sheet. Okay, now in evidence 1, place in your evidence document a screenshot to show this file has been saved. Make sure there is evidence of the file type. Okay, so we're just going to go back to our folder where we have this file saved. So I'm going to use the snipping tool where, okay, file type. Actually, before I do that, I just want to make sure that this is visible. Okay, just like that. Okay, now I selected that file. Okay, I'm gonna just get that and copy, go back to your evidence file. So this will be for step 1. Okay, and just have a look how it looks. Okay, so it is visible. So that's our first task, which we done. Okay, so placing your evidence document a screenshot to show this file has been saved. Yep, make sure that there's evidence of the file type. So we have the evidence of the file type, Microsoft Word document. Okay, so we are done with first question, and we're going to move on to question 2. Okay, now we are in question 2, and in this one we're going to place in the header your name, center number, and candidate number left align. Okay, so we're going to open our document. Okay, just let me okay, let's just exit drawing. Okay, let's go back to my document. So in the header we're going to put some details, and that will be your name, center number, and candidate number left align. Okay, place in the header. Okay, so this is where I was telling you that I want you to use the 3-column template. So we will put your name, center number, left align. Okay, so it will be left align, which will be here. So again, and center number and candidate number. Okay, so obviously you will have these details during your exam, so you will need to enter those details. Okay, your name, center number, and candidate number left aligned, so that they are left aligned, and as you can see, and then automated page numbers right aligned. Okay, so this is where, like, if we used the other one, it would have been like kind of problematic. So this type of header with the 3-column template will help us with the automated page number. So we select, because it said, double check, right align, yes. So we're gonna select this placeholder, the one on the right. I'm gonna go to page number, current position, and just choose plain number. Okay, and we don't need to enter anything in the center, just double check. Automated page number right aligned. Place an automated date field. Okay, so that will be the footer. So just get rid of the one in the middle. So that will be for our header. Okay, we finish with the header. And place an automated date field right aligned in the footer to display today's date. Okay, so we're gonna go and insert footer, again same 3-column template. We're gonna insert automated date field right align. Okay, automated date field right align, which will be here, date and time, and just choose the format that you normally use. I would usually go for the first one here. Okay, and which will give today's date. And let's see if we need to include any more details there. So place an automated date field right align in the footer to display today's date. We've done that. And make sure that all alignments match the page margins. Okay, just double check. Yep, they do kind of match the page margins. No other text or placeholders are included in the header or footer area. Like we didn't. Okay, just need to get rid of these placeholders for the footer. Okay, we already done that for the header. And headers and footers are displayed on all pages. Okay, as you can see, I have all my pages here, and the header and the footer are displayed in every single one of them. Okay, so we are done with question 2 for task 2 as well. Okay, now we will move on to step 3. Okay, we are now in question 3, and in this question you will create and store following styles basing each on the default paragraph style. Okay, and so basically we're going to create some styles and we're going to make sure those styles are applied to our document later on in the paper. Okay, so let me have a look quickly. We got 4 different styles that we need to create. Okay, the first one is TW subtitle. Okay, then subhead. Okay, let's start. Just let me get rid of this eraser first. Yep. Okay, so we got TW subtitle. Okay, to enter the styles, okay, we first need to make sure we are on the home tab, and where we have styles, they're already set by default, and we're just going to click here. Okay, I think I already created these styles, so I just want to make sure these are erased. Okay, you're not going to do these during the exam, obviously. Just want to make sure they're not there, so we can create it from start. Okay, from scratch. Okay, so basically you go into home tab and then you click that little arrow here. Okay, and then you press that A+ new style. Okay, and from there we're going to enter our style name. Okay, let's go back to our question paper, which is, again, you need to make sure these names are typed correctly. Okay, again, I have an advantage of copying and pasting, but you won't have that luxury in the exam. So that will be TW subtitle, and it will be serif, and remember serif is, we use Times New Roman. Obviously there are also other fonts that they are serif, so you can use any of those fonts, but just to eliminate confusion, I usually go with Times New Roman for serif and Arial for sans serif. Okay, so we're going to go with a serif font, so which is Times New Roman, which has already been set, and then font size is 18. Again, font size, change it to 18, and then alignment is left, just left. Okay, and underline for enhancement, which is that one there, and line spacing single. Okay, line spacing is single, and space before and space after 0. Okay, and for those you need to go to format, paragraph, spacing before 0 and after 0, so they're already set to 0, we don't have to do anything. So click OK and OK. So that's our first style that we created, and we need to create the other ones as well. TW subhead. Again, I need to kind of copy that one. Again, I do the same one. Press A4, and then it will be again serif, which is Times New Roman, size 14. Okay, again, I need to change this style based on to normal, so it just doesn't keep the styles that I already done previously, so it starts from fresh. So TW subhead, Times New Roman 14. Okay, and center aligned, again center aligned. There we go. And bold and underline enhancements. Bold and underline enhancements. And single line spacing, which is already set. And space before 0, space after 6. So space before, again I go to format, paragraph, space before is 0, space after 6, and click OK and OK. So that one's done as well. So let's move to the next one, which is TW body. Okay, and again add new style, make sure it's normal, which is like a default paragraph style, and make sure the names of the styles entered as it's shown in the question paper. Okay, sans serif, that will be Arial, and then oops, wrong button, we don't need that. And sans serif, font size 10, font size 10, and justified, okay, which is justified, that one there. And enhancement, none, so no enhancements. And line spacing is single, which is single set, and space before is 0, and space after is 6. Okay, done that, click OK and OK. So that will be our third one. So the final one is TW table. That will be again paragraph, normal, and sans serif, which is Arial, and 11. 11, yep. Then Santa in italic. Santa italic, yep. And single and no spacing before and after. Single, just double check. That one should, yep. And OK. Alright. Now we enter all our styles. Obviously in the exam, okay, it is repetitive, and what the things you do, you might lose concentration, so you just need to make sure, okay, when you do these things, what I would suggest, maybe take a pencil with you and just whatever you've done, just put a line on it. Okay, like here I can use a highlighter, no, not that one. I can use a highlighter where I can highlight the things I already done. Okay, that. But in the exam, once you've done it, okay, just put a line on it, okay, as you go along. Okay, and it's just gonna help you to identify where you are in the question. Okay, you might lose concentration for whatever reason. Okay, just keep track of what you did and put a line on it after you finish. Okay, so we entered all our styles. Now the final bit of this question, where we got to place into evidence folder, evidence file. Okay, it says evidence 2, take a screenshot to show that the style setting have been defined for the TW head subhead style. Make sure there's evidence that is based on the default paragraph style. Place this in your evidence document. Okay, now make sure based on default. That's what we've been doing. So by choosing normal in the paragraph when we were putting our styles in the style dialog window, Okay, that's what we chose. We chose the normal, which is the default paragraph style. Okay, so we need to put TW subhead style as an evidence. So I'm going to go back to my document. Okay, it was TW subhead. Yep, and go there. Go to modify, and it will open it again. Okay, here this will be my evidence. Okay, just make sure you get this bit. Okay, sometimes people just take a screenshot and put the whole thing, but I prefer just doing that. Okay, because it's clear, it shows you everything. It shows your styles, the changes you made, and even after 6 points, okay, it's already there. Okay, it shows everything that you need for the full mark. Okay, so copy this, go back to your evidence file, just click OK first. Okay, this is our evidence 2, paste it there, and done. Okay, so we're done with question 3. Okay, and we'll move on to question 4. Okay, in question 4, it's asking us the modify TW title. Okay, it says it has already been created, stored, and applied to the title text. Modify the TW title style so only the following formatting is applied. Now, as I was reading this, I just realized that I deleted this style from the start, thinking that I already created in my previous attempt to create this video, but obviously I actually deleted the style. So anyway, it doesn't matter. So what we will do, obviously in the exam, that style is already created. You kind of need to do these changes that are specified here. Okay, so you basically, what you would do normally, you would go here. Okay, I'm just gonna press cancel for that. You will find the title. Okay, go to modify, and from here you will change the things that it needs changing. Okay, but obviously because I deleted it from the start, I'm gonna create it from scratch. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, and I'll get back as soon as I create that file. Okay, we are back on track now. So yeah, I created that style just now, and so we're going to go back and modify that style. So open and find the style, which is TW title, click modify. Okay, the style is here, it's already been set. Okay, so the title will be the same, and the font is serif, okay, which is already done, and font size is 32. So click and type 32. Okay, and alignment is right, which is here, right. Then enhancement will be bold and italic. Bold and italic. There we go. And line spacing is single. Yep, that's done. And space before and after will be 0. Okay. Paragraph. Yep, that's done. So we'll go again. Style name applied, modified to on the following format applied. Okay, take a screenshot of the style settings for the TW title style to show that these have been changed. Place this in your evidence document. So I'm just going to take a screenshot of this. Okay, and copy, and that will be my evidence 3. Okay, I'll go ahead and place that into my evidence folder. Yep, evidence 3. Okay, don't get confused because it gets step 4, evidence 3. Sometimes you might get confused with evidence 3 with step 3, or you might think, it happens to me sometimes, you might think that I'm doing the question 4 but it's asking you evidence 3. So just giving you a heads up, okay, like hopefully you won't get confused, but it happens unfortunately. Okay, so as I said, you just need to make sure everything is organized. Now I want to make sure, step 4 and my evidence is just underneath. Okay, so that's done for step 4, and we're going to move on to step 5 now. Okay, let's move on to step 5. It says display these custom style names as a list in the Styles Manager Organizer. Provide screenshot evidence of this list. Evidence 4, place this screenshot in your evidence document. So basically what it's asking you to do is put this list, okay, as a screenshot. Okay, just gonna, oops, okay. Let's close that. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do print screen. Okay, I'm going to put that in my evidence file, which is evidence 4. Okay, obviously I'm not going to leave it like this. I'm going to kind of crop this. Okay, crop this. Make this larger, and that shows all my styles. Okay, so that will be my evidence 4 and end of question 5. Okay, and in question 6 it says below the title add the subtitle report edited by your name. So we're going to add that. Okay, below the title add the subtitle. So let's find the title, which is this one here, enter that, and okay, that will be for question 6. Okay, and for question 7, apply the TW subtitle style to this text. Okay, we're gonna click TW subtitle, okay, to this text, and then apply the TW. Okay, so that's for question 7. TW subtitle style text to this text for, okay, sub-element added. Okay, and now we're going to move on to question 8. Okay, now what I noticed is I haven't applied the title style, so I'll go ahead and apply that style, and I just click on the title and report on global literacy. Okay, so just wanted to make sure, okay, that style is applied. Okay, now we will move on to which we done 7. We move on to question 8 now. Okay, where apply the TW style to the rest of the document. Okay, so we're gonna select all the text, and TW body style is applied to the rest of the document. Okay, so that's done. Okay, and question 9, change the page layout so that only the text from the subheading history to the end of the paragraph and then Libya, Rwanda and Tunisia. Okay, so let's find those. Okay, you can obviously visually find them. Okay, obviously I found the history, the subheading, which is easy. Okay, but if I want to find the paragraph and then Libya, Rwanda and Tunisia, okay, I can select, you can't select it during the exam, but you can type these in your Word, Microsoft Word. Okay, click on in the Home tab, you go to Find, okay, type text. Okay, it will highlight it. Okay, so you're gonna from here to history. Okay, just double check the subheading history to the end of the paragraph, and then okay, is displayed in 2 columns of equal width with a 2 centimeter space between. Okay, so we're gonna make it 2 column. So I selected those texts that needs to be 2 column, and I go to layout, columns. Okay, and always go to more columns. Okay, and then because there you can kind of put the settings in there for the the gap between the columns, the spacing. Okay, so that will be 2 centimeters. Okay, just double check. More columns, 2 centimeters. Okay, so it is 2 centimeters space between the columns. Okay, so that's what we did. We did here. Okay, all the text there. Done. Okay, so we are done with question 9. And in question 10, you're going to identify the 6 subheadings in the document and apply the TW subhead style to each one. So let's go and do that. Identify the subheading, 6 of them. So that's 1. Oops, that's subhead. Okay, that's 2. 3. 4. 'Generation gap'. 5. And that one there. Okay, that's 6. Okay, we done. We identified all those, and we changed the style. Obviously, here we got like some title and the paragraph separated, so we need to sort these out. Obviously, we're going to do that last. Okay, so we're just going to leave it as it is now. Okay, let's look at the next question. Okay, which will be question 11. Okay, in question 11, we're going to import the image j219gender.jpg and place this below the subheading, the gender gap. Okay. Oops, sorry, dropped something. Never mind. So we're going to find this image, and first, okay, where we're going to place it, place this below the gender gap. Okay, so first we're going to place it here, which is under the gender gap. Insert picture. Obviously, we're going to upload it from. Okay, and it will be this one. Okay, it's obviously upside down now, but I think we're going to change that. rotate the image 180 degrees. Okay, and so we're gonna rotate this image, which is the rotate. Close this first. Okay, rotate. Okay, there is 180, of course, so you're gonna do rotate right 90, and we do that again, that would be 180. So that will be the image there. Okay, and let's have a look at the next question, which is question 13. Format the image so that it is aligned to the right margin and the top of the paragraph starting there is a little or no. Okay, so we're gonna align to the right margin. Okay, alright. Align to the right margin. Okay, so it will be basically somewhere here. Okay. Let's leave it like that for a sec. The text wrap around the image. Okay, let's do the text wrap. Wrap text. So, okay, obviously like that. Okay, so it will be wrapped on the right hand side of the paragraph. Okay, and here it tells you it should look like this, so I think it does look like that a bit. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that one. So we align the right margin, aligned to the right margin, and top of the paragraph starting there is little or no. The text wraps around the image. It should look like this. Okay, I think it does look like that, and what I'll do, make sure that gap is closed, which I created earlier on. Okay, so there isn't any extra spacing between the subheading and the paragraph. Okay, so that is the end of question 13, and we will move to question 14. Okay, in question 14 we're going to apply bullets to the list from the text, which is adult from 76% to 85% to of the older cohort to 90%. Okay, let's find this first. Okay, again you can search this if you want to, but like, which will be this one here. Okay, I'll select that text and go back to the question. The bullets are, okay, we're going to apply bullets to the list from the text. So we're going to apply bullet. Okay, it doesn't specify exactly what bullets it will be, so you can choose any. Okay, I just go with the regular ones, and then make sure that the bullets are intended 2 centimeters from the left margin. Okay, so again I go to paragraph settings, again from the home tab, go to paragraph settings. Okay, and it will be 2 centimeters. Okay, and that's done. Okay, the list is single line spacing with no space before or after each line. Okay, let's look at the paragraph settings again. After spacing after is 6, so it says no spacing, so we set that to 0. Okay, so that's done. And the last bit, there is a 6-point space after the last item in the list. Okay, so we're just gonna select the last item here, and again we go to our paragraph settings and bring that to 6. Okay, that will leave the 6-point spacing after. Okay, so that is the end of question 14, and we're going to move to question 15. Okay, let's move on to question 15. And in question 15, we're going to locate the adult literacy progress table in the documents, and let's find that table, which is here. Okay, and then insert a new column as the third column in the table and enter the data shown in bold into this new column. Okay, so we got to enter the new column, so we got to click on the one of the cells in the last column, right click and insert column to the right. Okay, and then we're gonna enter these details. Okay, which is gonna do it manually. Okay, so that's the first one, 2000, that's 68%. Okay, and then 97%. Then we got 99%, 99%, 92%, 92%, okay, and 90%. And 59%. Okay, you just need to make sure these details are entered correctly. Okay, I'm sorry, last one is 57. 57%. Okay, so that's what the question 15 asking us to do. We added a new column and entered this data into that new column. Okay, so we're gonna go to question 16, which it says apply the TW table style to the table. Okay, so we're gonna go select the table and go to styles and TW table style. Okay, we just clicked on it and apply the style to the table. Okay, make sure that no text is wrapped within the table. Just let's double check. Okay, there is no text. Okay, wrapped. Okay, is there? Yep. No text wrapped. Actually, there is one, I think. Yeah, that one there. That one. So we need to just make sure. Okay, needs to be aligned. Okay, let's leave it like that for a sec. Okay, no text wrapped within the table, an outside border only with no internal grid lines. Okay, so it will only have the outside border. Okay, and before I do that, I just want to make sure this table is fitting my column. Okay, okay, so that's perfect, and only the outside border it will have. Okay, go to table design and border and, well, not border and styles, borders, and we only want the outside border. Okay. Why? That's strange. Okay. For some reason, when I choose the inside border, it only shows the outside border. Okay, just how it works. Just whatever you choose, make sure your table looks like this. Okay, the outside border. Okay, we don't want the inside borders. Okay, and an outside border only with no internal grid lines is displayed when printed. Okay, that's what we did. The border and all data fit within the column width. That's what we just adjusted as well. There is a 6-point space after the table. Okay, so there's a 6-point space. Okay, let's see. Okay, no, it applies only inside the table. Okay, what I will do, okay, I'll just leave it, change that to 6. Okay, so that will do. And the border and all data fit within the column width. There's a 6-point space after the table. Okay, so what I did is I just put the cursor there and change it to 6-point, the font size. Okay, and so that's it for question 16. And in question 17, format the first row of the table to be bold and italic. Okay, so that will be bold, it's already italic. Okay, and center a line over the 4 columns. Okay, so that means we got to merge these cells first. Okay, right click, merge cells and center aligned. Okay, that's done. Okay, so that's our table sorted. And okay, apply in question 18, apply superscript formatting to only the text education 2030. So I want to find this text first. Okay, and I'm gonna do a search, find, enter. Okay, so that's the one, and the superscript is this one, which is X and 2 underneath. Okay, it just goes a bit smaller and a bit higher than the other text in the line. Okay, so we done apply the superscript. That's better. Okay, we done that one. The question 18 is done. And then we're gonna do spell check and proofread the document. Okay, just quickly, you can do spelling. Okay, obviously be careful not to change everything. So we got spelling is fine, and okay, what I would do is just to make sure, okay, we don't have these widows and orphans. Okay, there are no widows and orphans. We got one there where basically paragraph is separated from the title, and then okay, so let's see. All right, the rest. should be fine. Okay, I think we're done. And no windows, no blank pages. We don't have any blank page. Just double check again. And spacing is consistent. The house style spec has been followed. So we just need to save this file. Make sure it's saved. Obviously, the saving, you need to do it regularly throughout your work. Okay, not only the last bit. Okay, and print the document. Okay, make sure your name, center number, and candidate number are on your report. Okay, obviously I'm not going to be able to print it here, but I'm just going to show you what it should look like when you're printing it. So you got to go File, Print. Okay, so this is basically what it's gonna look like. Okay, you got your date, your details, and your page numbers. Okay, and everything seems fine. They look okay, and the styles seems consistent. Okay, and so I'm quite happy with this one, and that will conclude the document production. Okay, actually it won't. First we got to answer these questions. Okay, there's another question. That's what I was saying, like you got to kind of make sure, read the everything. Okay, obviously you're gonna go page by page, and there's question 20 where you have to actually write it on your evidence file. Okay, where it will go in evidence 5. So what does the file extension CSV stands for? Okay, so this will be, let's go back to evidence file. Obviously you're gonna need to answer this here. Okay, so it's asking you what is CSV stands for. It stands for comma separated value or values. Okay, and the question B, outline 2 characteristics of CSV file. Okay, 2 characteristics would be they are saved in text formats. Okay, that's one. And they are software independent. Okay, obviously you can add more, but it's asking us to add 2. You know, it uses characters to separate each pieces of data, uses hard return to separate the data. Okay, you can add more things in there, but 2 will be fine. Okay, let's look at the C. Explain one example when a CSV file would be used. Okay, one example would be importing and exporting data between applications. And okay, I would say importing data to important tables. Say important tables to databases. Okay, that could be one. Okay, and you can export data between applications as well. All right, so yeah, that will be end of question. The paper 1, task 2. Okay, so we're done with document production. Okay, we will do another video for task 3, databases. Okay, and so make sure after this video to watch that one as well. Okay, obviously not just watch it, just apply it. Okay, that's the key to your success in ICT exam, GCSE ICT exam. Okay, you need to do lots of practice. You need to kind of go through the steps and do it yourself till you are confident enough to do it without looking, basically. All right, good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.